Hello there everybody, how is it going and how have you been? I am EuclideanSqd, and we're back here in Duel Links to continue the 10 Lost trial, and more than likely this will be the last episode for the Felgrand Destruction deck. I'm personally hoping it's not, but considering the current score is 14 wins and 8 losses, I don't think I'm going to manage to get through today on just one loss, so the run's probably going to end at some point during this episode. You will know by looking at the time length of the video, but I'm not going to be paying attention to that or anything. I just want to make a quick mention before you jump into PvP duels that part of the reason that this video took so long to follow along after the previous trial video was, one, I've been feeling under the weather lately. Two, I've been very busy with life stuff, school, helping friends out and all that sort of stuff. And three, and this is slightly less important than the others, but the PvP season had rolled over, so I fell out of gold rank, and it just took me a little while to work my way back up into gold rank. It's not required, technically, for me to be in gold rank to do this trial, considering this is just a self-imposed challenge, but I would prefer to be in gold rank, just because some of the duels I've had in silver rank are really, really easy. But not paying attention to that, we're not going to go into any more detail on that. No more, we're just going to go straight in, continue the trial, because I've already yammered enough. And tell me I equipped the Felgrand Destruction deck. I will know as soon as I draw my opening hand, but I am blanking on whether or not I used Kappa for anything in the meantime. I don't think I did. I've mostly been in the GX duel world, but I may have swapped this deck at some point. The sleeves didn't matter, right? Nope, this is the deck. Okay. And this is an atrocious opening hand. Oh my goodness. Oh. Guardians with no dragons to equip. This is awful. Ugh. Off to a great start already. Just that's another card. Gonna summon anything, or are you just gonna attack with your Discblade Rider? Going to do that. I guess you're summoning it in attack. No, you're putting it in defense mode. Okay. Wait, does it? No, special summon this card as a normal monster. Oh, you're tributing it. I should have tornadoed that, or typhoon that, I should say. Get the effect of a monster card that targets this one card. Okay, that's no big deal. Just ending your turn, huh? Okay. Oh, I should... Anti-magic arrows. Not what I need, deck. Thank you. I shouldn't be doing this, but I just want to get rid of that Yami Field spell, so those monsters aren't quite so strong. And that was probably a dumb move, considering that face down card is probably what was keeping him from attacking me. And it was. But if my deck could give me a big dragon right now, that would be much appreciated. Can't even use you. So I'm gonna lose. If he attacks with Discblade. That is what that thing's called, right? Discblade Rider? Discblade Rider. Oh, no, doesn't matter. I lose anyway. Cool. Okay, well, what I said about the trial ending may very well come to pass, considering how awful that starting hand was. How else was I supposed to play that duel? And I guess not activate Typhoon? Keep making him think that it's some kind of dangerous face-down card, I guess? Then what? I drew a Lady of D, unless my next card was a Paladin, which we'll never know. Alright, so we're 5 minutes in, and we are on the brink of ending the trial already. Not sure entirely what I'm going to do if this next video, or this next duel, is a boss as well. I really don't want to put up a 10-minute video. I mean, I could, but don't necessarily want to. Especially if all it is just me losing with bad hands. It's marginally better. Lady of D. Okay, what? Wait, I thought. Doesn't restart now make you reveal your hand? Well, Lady of D can withstand one attack thanks to the Felgrand in my hand. Yeah, restart does make you skip your first draw phase. I do remember that. Aliens, of course. Oh, this is going to be a hard-fought battle, isn't it? Go ahead and use Lady of D's effect. Save her from being destroyed. Cannot special summon Felgrand right now because he went straight from my hand to the graveyard and he needs to be on the field first. So I'm going to need a Guardian to get him back onto the field. And I do not need... I'm going to lose again. Wow. Okay. What a horribly anticlimactic ending to this trial. I mean, unless my next monster is a paladin, there's probably no way I can win right now. Go ahead, special summon the Overlord I know you've got in your hand. Okay, fine. Fish for it first with recombination device, and then special summon it. Yep, I lose. So, 10 Lost Trial's over. That was a very, very disappointing ending, I'm not gonna lie. If I had at least gotten to do something. Okay, well, there we go. That was the 10th loss, so overall this deck scored 14 wins and 10 losses. Well, I guess upside, that's still more wins than losses, a positive win-loss ratio, however you're supposed to phrase it. It's 1:45 in the morning and I'm tired, like anything else is new. Yeah, I'm struggling to think of anything really to say just because of how bitter those two losses were. I mean, I literally couldn't do anything in either case. I just got a crappy starting hand and the deck didn't give me any monsters. Okay. I mean, losses are losses. Trial's over. In under 9 minutes of video time. Probably more like 8.5 to be honest, but well, you know, the trial may be over, but I'm gonna do a couple more bonus PvP duels just because I just don't really feel like putting up an 8.5-minute video would be all that great, especially considering they're just such boring duels from my perspective. So, alright, well, the Felgrand Destruction deck is done, so now I gotta figure out what deck I'm going to be using for the next 10 Loss trial. And to be honest, I do have a few ideas already percolating in my head. Now see, this is the hand that I could use. Jeez Louise. Anyway. The next deck will be something like Gem Knights. I was having a lot of fun playing with those. I feel like it's a particularly strong archetype at the moment. Maybe not the strongest, but I feel like it's pretty good. I did recently finally get my 2 copies of Medulce Pudding Cess from the box. And this guy is using one of these annoying little stall decks. But regardless. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I got the pudding cesses out of the box, finally. Had to get down to the last 10 packs to get them. But the upside is that I've been playing with the Madolche cards, and I've been having a lot of fun with them, still trying to work out a good balance on the deck. Let's see here, so this... I need to think for a second. Any battle damage a player takes becomes 1,000. Your opponent takes all battle damage that you would have taken from a battle involving this card. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. It's kind of crazy, but just don't negate this trap card. Okay, thanks. Cool. I don't mean to drag the field around like that. Yeah, the Madolches, they've been a lot of fun, still trying to work out a good balance on the deck, but may use those, maybe not the next deck, but I'm definitely going to use those at some point. Still interested in the vampires from the new box, still interested in the insectors from the new box, though I don't quite have them all. I'm still missing Gigamantis. And you're just going to sit there being obnoxious, aren't you? Oh good, and when you're destroyed, I take the range of damage. Whatever. If you don't stop these two attacks, I'll at least have one win this game. Or this episode. Cool, now I get the win. Anyway. Let's see, what other monsters are there? I could dig out my old alien deck, but I kind of want to play with the new stuff, like Gem Knights, Vampires, Insectors, Madolches. Probably not going to use a Fur Hire deck or an Amazoness deck. Just not particularly interested in either of those, to be honest. I know they're really strong, which is obviously why they're getting a little bit of a nerf coming up, as I will try to remember to go over towards the end of the video. But I don't really want to play using a really high power deck. I like having this sort of challenge. Obviously I don't like getting a bricked from the start, but I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I feel like there is. There's something that I played with recently that I kind of liked. Oh yeah, what are those things called? The plain Mecha Phantom Beasts. That's it. I played around with those a while ago, and they were pretty fun. I wonder if I can figure something else out for them. Yeah. So, I'm kind of fumbling for things to talk about, in case you couldn't tell. Oh, speaking of vampires, someone's playing with them. Yeah, basically, whenever the next 10 Lost Trial starts, which will hopefully be relatively soon, maybe week from now, 2 weeks from now. I don't want to put any specific date down just because things are still a little busy on the real life side of things for me, but we will get there. I can't talk because it's 2 in the morning and I'm tired, and like I said, I've been sick, so I'm just gonna stop trying. Oh good, 3100 attack point monster. Why are you that strong? Oh, because my mountain. So that's not going to do 2000 damage to me, which is good. I could have Typhooned the shield. Oh gosh. I bet they're wondering what this face down is right now. Or there's lag. One of the two. It's lag. Okay. I don't really know how much more I can keep saying. Like, you know, trial's over. New one starting at some point. Hopefully soon. Probably not tomorrow. Definitely not going to be tomorrow. Pardon me for a moment as I just click through all these. You take no battle damage from attacks involving it. Now, that shield can just go away. There we go. Yeah. Next time a big event starts, which I have a feeling might be soon? Question mark? There's currently a roaming Serious Chaz in Duel World GX, and there's not really much to cover on that event. It's just like any other roaming duelist. Find him, beat him, and you're pulling Vampire Vamp, aren't you? No, Scarlet Scourge. Why would you pick Scarlet Scourge? Maybe you don't have Vamp. Oh, did you just pick a vampire just so you could summon Retainer? I mean, okay. Not entirely sure what this person's plan is right now. Got another Typhoon so I can get rid of their field spell. Summon Paladin. Gonna go ahead and equip White Knight Dragon. And Felgrand takes out the Tricky. Paladin just destroys one of the weak vampires. There we go. Okay, I can just survive this attack. And I think I actually win because of this. So I'm going to live on 100. And when Felgrand attacks, he's going to do 1600 damage to them. Okay. Summon Paladin back. I need to activate either of my anti-magic arrows, just attack Scarlet Scourge, and win. Okay. Well, considering I'm not making any sense and saying the exact same thing about 8,000 times, I think I'm just going to end the video here. So, final score, again, in case you were wondering, is 14 wins when we hit 10 losses. So, hey, cool, I got a normal ticket. Thanks, game. Yeah, not much more to say to that. Trial's over for now. Hope you guys are looking forward to the next deck. And oh, wait. If you've hung around this long, the nerfs that I mentioned. Earlier tonight, Konami put out this notice that they are rebalancing a skill and they are updating the limited and semi-limited lists. The skill that is being rebalanced is Beatdown, which It's not really getting terribly nerfed, but basically all they're doing is they're changing beatdown so that only the level 5 or higher monsters get the attack boost and not everything. So for anybody that doesn't know how beatdown works originally, basically if you control a level 5 or higher monster, all monsters on your field gain 300 attack points for every one of those level 5 or higher monsters. After this update, which looks like it's going to be happening on August 29th, only the level 5 or higher monsters are going to get that boost, so it's still usable, you just can't supercharge a bunch of low-level monsters with it just by having one level 5 or higher monster. But anyway, so that's the skill. I've never really used beatdown, but if you use it, just be aware of that. And as for the limited and semi-limited lists, I am super happy to see these cards getting smacked on them. Dyna, Hero for Hire, is now being limited. You can only have one in your deck, and if you have him, you cannot have any other limited card in your deck. And likewise, Donpa, Marksman for Hire, is being put on the semi-limited list. And the reasoning for both is, you can see the paragraphs on screen. For Hire decks are stupidly over-dominant in the metagame right now, and so Konami is trying their best to put them back into balance and just make it so that you're not constantly seeing for hires at the higher levels of the metagame. But in addition to those, Amazoness Baby Tiger is also going to be put on semi-limited. This reasoning is actually just because Baby Tiger can be very easily special summoned out of the graveyard. In fact, if I click on it, yeah, if an Amazoness monster is normal or special summoned to your field while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon it. So literally, it's almost impossible to keep it dead. And what's more is if you special summon it, or if you special summon another Amazoness, special summon Baby Tiger, you can then tribute both for a big Amazoness like Amazoness Queen. So, actually I think Queen might be a one tribute, but you get the point that I'm trying to make. Baby Tiger is too easy to special summon at the moment, and so it's being knocked down to semi-limited so that it's just a little bit more balanced. But that's literally all that they're doing. They're just tweaking one skill a little bit and nerfing for hires and giving another small nerf to Amazonesses. But that's about it. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all had a great time, and I hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next episode.